Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we're going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. I just want to fall on you. So about 5 minutes. Waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just want to fall on you. So the devils you waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I kill on to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on go, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, VJ. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. On my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the Irish. Say all y'all do the street. Tell y'all to do the sweet. If a nigga made the wrong move, he ain't make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And them targets on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's for time for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in race. We body bad, this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit. I get low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
It's 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. Braids and boots, even though I got a bald head, long nose. Pistol, I feel that bitch bald head, all crank. Tissue pulling out that boy's head. Shit's chopped, looking like a bullshit. A street fight, 2 hands faster than the Honda. Don't want no problems, roll up on you like Blanca. One West, that's the mantra. Red hairband with a spray gun like Contra. Check your attitude to get stretched longitude to latitude. Come on. I'm a priest, bitch, so some fucking gratitude. Tell them One West by the way I walk, way I talk. 125th straight to y'all call nigga. And I'ma rep it to the death of me. I die for guy on the right or the left of me. You turn into beast mode, I turn into priest mode. Get to knocking niggas out like Craig for thinking they default. It's One West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is One West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as I crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb. Hey, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the fuck. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord. So that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'm start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer boy. Took a zap, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the sea. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fart. They ain't locked in with the call, then when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. These niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steps. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made it go. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakathum.
Yahweh Shem Brakathum.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakathum.
Messiah Christ. It's good to see you, warriors. Okay, we're the Isupk, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups. And since 1969, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge has been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true heritage, who they are according to the Bible. Okay, and with that, it's the ISUPK Florida Monday night scripture breakdown class. Okay, I'm gonna hold it down to Officer Kazak get in the building. If you brothers have any questions, go ahead and get them ready. Likewise, in the chat, you got any questions, go ahead and type them in. Okay, we'll get the class started. Welcome, Yahweh, Allah, Shalom. Checking in, officer. Okay, welcome. Okay, Trooper Ahmad, Shalom, Yabashbita. Zakaya, Shalom, Sishi, How Shamal, Thaba, Shim Yahushai, Officer Sharatazar. No, that's Sharatazar, yeah. Yahweh Shim Yahushabrakta, Officer Kanak, Yahweh Shim Yahushabrakta, Shayara, Yahweh Shamal, Thaba, Shim Yahushai. You brothers got any questions that you need to break down on or whatever? No questions? Can y'all hear me?
Kind of one con, sir.
Sir.
Okay, I thought I was talking to myself. Most High Christ. All right, so what's on your mind? What y'all got going on? Let's chop it up to Officer Kazak get in the building.
It's lucky, sir. I had a question. It was about when Moses came down from the mountain and told everybody, like choose ye this day, and it said he went into the gate of like the Levites went through the gates. I'm wondering like because it only says about the Levites, um you know, you the nation, or how was that? It's like,
All right, can you hear me?
come on, sir.
Yeah, you was breaking up through like most of what you were just saying. So if you could do me the pleasure of repeating your question. Who's that? Trooper Halak? Where we at? Who was that? Trooper Officer Hapap?
Con, sir. Yeah, that's Officer Hapop.
Oh, okay. If you would, Salakia, you was breaking up. I don't know if you can hear me, but most of your question, you was breaking up. I couldn't understand what you were saying. There it goes. We lost.
It's like that brother had trouble with his phone. He's been having trouble.
Okay. Officer One Yellow, what's going on?
Shalom, sir. How about y'all?
Okay.
Shalom, y'all. Hey, hold it for about 1 or 2 more minutes. Let me get settled in on the shop.
Yes, sir. Come. All right. So, again, y'all brothers have any questions, I think I slack you, sir. Are you talking, sir?
Yeah, I say, why you throw me in the game like that? I ain't even stretch.
My bad. Officer Isupk had a question, but we lost him. It was I was asking, if any other brother had any questions or needed a breakdown or anything, go ahead and let's hear it. No questions. All right. So with me, it's the same old thing. Our people are destroyed and don't know how to get out of the condition that they're in.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I ain't had no question, but I just wanted to state something, right? For the past, I want to say like week or so on the social media platforms, there has been like a abundance of posts, stating that children, coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like a domino effect. Like one day you'll see one post, the next day you see 30 posts. The next day it's just all up and down the timeline. You know what I'm saying? So, I did Salaki, it was a question. Is that a curse, sir, or is it just due to the wicked world that we living in?
Oh man, is that a curse that
Right.
our brothers and sisters are disappearing?
Kind of on kind, sir. Mostly children, you know what I'm saying? Like, young children and things like that.
Yeah. So I can't think of a scripture off the top of my head that would like elaborate on, our children being abducted.
Right.
But there's plenty of scriptures that say that we wouldn't have any protection.
I think it's in Deuteronomy 28. Hey, Nashak, I gotta move. I got an issue, so I gotta make a move. But it's in Deuteronomy 28. If you read it, it'll speak about it.
Right. So go to Deuteronomy 28. But what I was thinking off the top of my head was, the scriptures say that we wouldn't have any protection.
Right.
That our gates would languish. Now, the Lord, the most high power of the universe, the God of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, he gave you a land for a reason.
Right.
So you could be separate from everybody else. Because he knows all the other people on the earth, especially Esau, he called him the beast of the field.
The most subtle beast, kind of conscious.
Right. So yeah, he's gonna eat your children. He's gonna abduct your children. He's gonna, how can I say, assault your wives. He's gonna ravish your home. And if we don't have protection, we don't have gates. If we don't have men to cry aloud, then these things are gonna happen. These things are happening to us right now today because we don't have righteous leadership except in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Right.
The world thinks that we should integrate. You should live next door to a pedophile. You should live next door to a murderer and a rapist. You should live next door to the most subtle beast of the field. When that's not how the Lord established it. And he says when he returns, he's going to set them in their land, and we'll have our own land. God. That's how it's supposed to be. Then we'll have protection.
Like it, sir. And on top of that, so I just got done watching the video, and you know how in the UPK we always speak about like how integration was detrimental to the Black community, and that we should have stayed with our own schools, our own neighborhoods and communities and things like that. Now we done integrated, and now we're following their educational system. They have mandatory Pride Day celebrating at the elementary schools.
Yeah, it's crazy. Imagine that.
And
That's not our culture.
right.
So now
Right.
we have to take on their culture. We have to learn their culture. You know what I mean? We need to be separated. We need to be holy. We need our own land, our own government, our own culture. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, and I think it's 32.
28 to 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. All right, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Right. Your sons and your daughters now have to learn, what'd you say, Pride Day?
Kind of, sir.
Yeah, they're given to another people now. They're not given unto you so you can raise them the way. They're not being given to the Most High so we can raise them in the ways of our culture, the ways, you know what I mean, that our God laid out for us to be. But now, since we integrated, since we sinned against our God and we had to go into captivity, now our children are given to another people. Read.
Kind of, and thy eyes shall look and fail with the longing for them all the day long.
Imagine how those parents feel. Their children are missing. They're gone. Hold on. And all they can do is look for their children with longing. Keep reading.
Kind of, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
Right. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. Your child is missing. Now all you can do is look, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. You wake up looking for your child. You somehow are able to go to sleep and you're looking for your child.
It's like it's
Go ahead.
It just kicked them back out.
Okay. And there shall be no might in your hand. Nothing you can do. You don't have the power to even separate. Where are you going to go?
Right.
What are you going to do? In this separation, we do have the power. We can do it. But it's a spiritual thing. It's a culture. It's how you live. It's your beliefs. Chinese people do it all day. They come over to America and they build their own little communities. You understand?
Sure.
Give me the scripture where it says, their gates shall languish.
Jeremiah 14, I believe.
Yeah. If you could get that, Yeshaya.
Come on.
Keep reading, Gabor.
Kind of. Like. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verses 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away.
Crushed away. That's today. The fruit of your land and the fruit of your loins is being eaten up by another people. Okay? So yes, it is a curse. We're still under the curses, Gabor.
Right.
We're still under the curses. We have not received God's blessing yet. Because when we receive his blessing, how will you know?
Salaki, we'll be ruling the world, sir. We'll be ruling the earth.
Definitely. What I was thinking was we'll have our own land.
Come on, okay.
We'll have gates. It said we're going to have 12 gates, right?
Come on.
Yeah, we'll have gates there. We'll have righteous leaders. We'll have men to look out for you. I mean, you can have our people can have it today, but they have to come into the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Right.
Yes.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
What's crazy is, or what's so heavy is we just read the scripture in Deuteronomy, and I just read now, maybe a couple hours ago, that after the emancipation of slavery, especially mothers, a lot of mothers after the emancipation of slavery went to go look for their children, and they could not, like say 90% of the children could not be found. They could not find their own children, that was sold onto other farms and other cities. They could not find them.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. It's been happening to us ever since we came into this captivity. The curses that we just read has been happening to us for over 400 years now.
Okay.
And they're still happening.
Right.
Why is it still happening?
Slaki, sir.
Go ahead.
It's because of the oppression that we are under. That's why it is happening, and because we are not unable, but we are stubborn as a nation to come back to the Most High.
That's where it's at. Yeah, that's where it's at. It's still happening. The curses or the oppression is the effect of us not doing what you just said we should be doing, coming back to the laws of the Most High. The oppression is just the effect of what we're doing and what we're not doing. Okay. Son of Christ. Hey, shalom. Y'all about Shemi Achai Barakatah, Trooper Masha. I can't hear you. You're on mute. Yeshai, go ahead and read what you got.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Right. That's you know what I mean? Judah mourning. There's a people today, if you don't know who Judah is, that is in mourning. Okay. What does it mean to mourn? It means you're sad. You're in a sad state. Okay. Our children are being unalive. Our children are being kidnapped. And we don't have any might in our hands to do anything about it. Trooper Kayal, Shalom, Yabashim Yashabrakatah.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I see we are 10 in the class, Arwan. So would it be possible for Officer Kazak to come in?
I think he's already in.
Oh, Salaki.
Yeah, Most High Christ. He's already in the building.
Come.
I got mind control over Debo.
Oh my God. Come.
Yeah, but Judah is, and that's, this is a very important thing for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because if we don't know who we are, we don't know what we're supposed to be doing. We don't know what God was supposed to be serving. You understand? So this book, we have to teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that this book is for them and them alone.
Right.
It's the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Why are they lost? Because they don't know who they are. They went into captivity. They went onto slave ships. Okay? They are cursed today. Due to mourning. And the gates thereof languish. We don't have any protection. So yes, our children are going to go missing because your gates languish. You don't have any righteous leadership. You have men like Martin Luther King who say we should integrate instead of segregate. You understand? And that's why we're in this condition. Okay? Anybody else got any other questions? Come on.
Salaki, so I got a question in the book of Esdras. Esdras 2, chapter 4, verse 49 and 50. I just would like understanding about the rain and what does it mean? The rain still remaineth. If I could get a breakdown on that, 2 scriptures, I don't want.
Okay, hold on, let me get it. First Esdras?
Second, I don't want.
Second Esdras, chapter 2?
Chapter 4.
Chapter
verse
4.
49 and 50, I don't want.
49 and 50. All right. Start at like 43. Let's try to get some context.
Khan. This is the book of Esdras, second Esdras, chapter 4, verse 43. From the beginning, look, what thou desirest to see, it shall be showed thee. Verse 44. Then answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, and if it be possible, and if I be meet therefore, verse 45. Show me then whether there be more to come than is past, or more past than is to come. Verse 46.
You understand it so far?
Salakia.
First, did you understand everything you read so far?
Khan. So what is so in verse he's actually, I think Esdras is speaking to an angel, I don't want, and so he's asking things that are to come, and he's asking if there's favor, if the angel, if the Lord find favor in his sight, he would like to know more what's to come.
Hey, Mashima, I can let.
Thank you, sir.
Should I continue on?
Yeah. So, keep going. Go ahead.
Verse 46. What is past I know, but what is for to come I know not.
Right. So the brother's asking, he's basically asking if he could be given the insight of what's going to happen. He said he already know what has happened. Now he wants to know what is going to happen. Keep going.
Verse 47. And he said unto me, stand up upon the right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto thee.
Okay, let's stop right there. Is that one of the verses your question was in?
The next 2 verses, sir.
Okay.
Not 48, 49 and 50.
Okay, well, I just want to break down 47 there. And he said unto me, stand upon the right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto thee. So he's telling him he's gonna give him some understanding. Okay, what is that word similitude
Hey,
mean?
so what verse y'all on right now? What verse y'all on? Second Ezra 4 and what?
Ezra chapter 4 verse 47. Chapter 4 verse 47.
All right, we at second Ezra 47.
Come.
All right, you want to go ahead and finish? You want to finish the breakdown, and then I'll jump in right there.
Come. You got it, sir.
In the shop.
Can you hear me, sir?
All right, no sweat. Yeah, I can hear you. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and pick it up. Pick it up where you was at. Y'all was at 47, right?
Come. Verse 46. Verse 48. So I stood, Salakia. So I stood and saw, and behold, an hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened, Salakia, and it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remaineth.
That's what you needed broke down?
So, the nenext two verses, because
go ahead and read them.
Salakia, if I could, because 48 is probably saying the same thing as 49. Verse 49. After this, there passed by before me a watery cloud, and send down much rain from a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still. Verse 50. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke, but the drops and the smoke remaineth behind. So the quantity which is passed did more exceed.
All right, you want to keep going? How many more verses we got here?
Two more after that, sir.
Yeah, let's go ahead and read them last two, and then we'll go back up to 48, and I'll break it all down for you.
Verse 51. Then I prayed and said, may I live, thinkest thou, until that time, or what shall happen in those days? Verse 52. He answered me and said, as for the tokens thereof thou askest me, I may tell thee from them in part. But as touching thy life, I'm not sent to show thee, for I do not know it.
All right, so Ezra is speaking to this angel. He's telling him, I know what's happening in the past, and he's saying to him what's going to happen in the future. So when he gets down, he got this vision from this angel. When we get to 48, he's saying, so I stood and saw, behold, a hot burning oven passed by before me, and it happened that when the flames was gone by, I looked and beheld the smoke remained still. So you got the fire, and then after the fire, the smoke is still there. And then after there passed by me a watery cloud. So now you got the cloud, and sent down much rain with a storm. And when the storm rain was past, the drops remained still. So the water was still there once that cloud left. What he's talking about basically is a cycle of things that happen. Before one thing can happen, another thing. And all of this stuff is cause and effect. Yeah, we had 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 49. There's a cause and effect. So what Ezra is seeing here is the angel is showing him, yeah, you see that things happen in a certain order. right? But what he's gonna break down to him is it's not he not gonna get the answer that he's looking for. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself. Now put this stuff that you seeing in perspective, as the rain is more than drops, and the fire is greater than the smoke. The rain is more than the drops. What that mean, Yeshaya?
Slaki, can you repeat that other one?
Verse 50, verse 50. He said, then he said he unto me, consider with thyself. Meaning consider among yourself, like reason with yourself about what's going on. He said, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke. What that mean, as the rain is more than the drops?
The rain, like sometimes the say for instance, if it's a there's a like a big storm, but it hasn't rained, like like it looked out, like you would say, oh, it's gonna be a big storm, but then it was just drizzling.
But why would you think it was just why would you think it was going to be a big storm? Was it the rain that made you think it was going to be a big storm?
Like it was there was like heavy clouds, like
okay,
like the gone.
Now you want it. You thought that because of the clouds. You thought that because of the way it looked. All of the things that surround the rain, the sun ain't out, right? It's dark, the wind blowing, the animals moving. All of these things are happening, and you watching these things happen, and it's telling you it's about to be a big storm. You get that, right? So the rain just ain't the water. The rain to us, like we say, oh, it's raining outside. You think of just the water, but you ain't thinking about the cloud, the atmosphere. You ain't thinking about where that water came from before it got in the cloud, so on and so forth. All of these things are happening. All of these things are happening around the water, but you only thinking about the water.
Right.
Right? And as the fire is greater than the smoke. What that mean?
It means the same thing as the rain, like the same as the rain. It means like
you can see the smoke, right? But you don't really understand that it's more to it. We start breaking down all the scientifics that go into what a fire is made of, how many molecules of this and hydrogen and all of this other stuff, right? The fire is more than just the smoke that you see. It's more to it. You got the heat, you got all of this other stuff, but you know it's a fire based on the smoke. You know it's raining based on the water, but you don't really never think about all the things that goes into what makes that what it is. You get what he said?
Come on.
But the drops and the smoke remain behind. So like after the rain is gone, the drops and the smoke is still there. Or after the fire is gone, the smoke is still there. After the rain is gone, the water is still there. So the quantity which is past did more exceed. What does that mean?
I don't know, sir.
You can see the water, you can see the smoke, but what it took to get to that smoke and to get to that water was way more than the water and the smoke.
Come on.
All right, he's explaining Ezra's about life. He said, then I prayed and said, may I live, thinkest thou? He's still only concerning himself with him and what's going on with him and the things that he see and the things that he understand until that time, or what shall happen in those days. He answered me and said, as for the tokens whereof thou askest me, I may tell thee of them in part, but as touching thy life, I am not sent to show thee, for I do not know. Now, everybody in this class done seen smoke. Everybody in this class done seen rain. I want anybody in this class to come off mute and tell me, how does it happen?
Salakia.
Yep.
So how does what happen, sir?
How does fire happen? Where does smoke come from? How does rain happen? Break it down. I'm gonna tell you what you can do. You can give a scientific definition and what we've been told about it, right? We can talk about osmosis and all of this other stuff. But the reality of the thing is, this is all things that the Lord knows that we trying to figure out. You get that?
Con.
So now, as he's asking the question, he's using rain and fire to show him that I can tell you, or you can see your life and what's going on, but to explain to you about what your life means, how long you're going to live, and all of that other stuff. I'm not an angel that's sent to give you all that information. What does that tell you about the Most High? Everybody want to inquire about the Most High. When he don't give them an answer, they go get some tarot cards. They go get a crystal ball. What that dude with Saul went to to go pull up Samuel. Go pull up Samuel out the word. We want to know every damn thing, but we can't learn thou shalt not. That's too hard for us right there. We want to know everything. How long I'm gonna live? How many kids I'm gonna have? Am I gonna be rich? Am I gonna lose all my money? Does my wife really love me? They used to have these commercials back in the day, right? I forgot. I don't know if it was Miss Cleo or somebody. It's like, I think somebody put roots on me. Is my boyfriend cheating? You know what I'm saying? We want to know everything, but the Lord reveals his information that you need to know through the prophets. What you need to know. You need to know what's in Romans chapter 11. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what's in Isaiah. You need to know all of the stuff that the prophets already gave you. What's your part in it? Where you stand? You need to know what side you on. Are you working for the Most High, or are you working for yourself and your own personal gain? These are the things that you can clearly understand based on you lining your life up with the scriptures. You can clearly understand this stuff. Now, how long you gonna live, Yeshaya? I can't tell you that. I can't tell you how long you're gonna live. I can't tell you if you're gonna hit the lottery. It's some panels on Bigo though. Some sisters will give you a tarot card reading and tell you that, but the Lord ain't sent his angels to come tell you that. You get what's going on, or are you confused?
Sluggy, so if I could maybe just ask another question on top of that.
Go ahead.
And Sluggy, sir, in this time, right? The brother is Idris is in the captivity, right?
Yes.
So he's basically asking, when is this captivity gonna, basically he's trying to inquire about, how when it will end or how long we will still serve, this captivity.
Right. He's basically asking about what his part is and how long he gonna live and all of that. But you see what the answer is, right?
The sir.
All right, this is what I want you to do, and this will help you out. Go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Over two chapters later.
I
want to show you something real quick. And I know you've seen this before, but I want to show it to you now that you asked this question. 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Let's go down to
58.
You say 58?
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's go to 40. Let's go to 40. No, I'm sorry, 50. I'm sorry. Salaki. 49.
Start right there.
This is the book of Second Address, chapter. You say chapter 6, right, sir? Verse 49.
Chapter 6, verse 49. Yeah.
Come
Just
on,
read it, and I'm gonna walk with you. I'm trying to get to where you said at 58. We'll get down there.
Come on. Then, verse 49. Then didst thou ordain 2 living creatures, the one thou callest Enoch, and the other Leviathan. Verse 50.
Hey,
And-
Kanak in here? Officer Kanak in here?
I don't see
I just found out like last week that Kanak's name is Enoch.
That's how it cries.
That's
That's
crazy. I just found out that Officer Kanak, his name comes from Enoch. I just found that out last week. Why did I find that out? None of your damn business. Keep going.
Right. Verse 50. And didst thou separate the one from the other?
Uh-huh.
For the 7th part, namely where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both.
You see what we going with this, Yeshaya? No. All right.
Not really.
Go ahead to verse 53. I know.
Verse 53.
Hopefully you'll have an aha moment real soon. Go ahead.
Upon the 6th day thou givest upon the 6th day thou givest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it shall bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things.
Let me ask you this: the stuff that you're reading about, can you break it down? Can you tell me how it happens? Can you make it happen? Do we have any information on it besides what the Lord has showed our forefathers?
I cannot break it down. I cannot.
This is all extra. What word I want to use? This is all extra terrestrial. I ain't want to use that word, but that's the word I came with. But what I mean is this is above what mankind can fathom in their mind. How does this happen? Can we break it down besides what it say in Genesis? The Lord said, do this, and this will happen. We know the details that created all this stuff.
No, really. No, we cannot.
All right, give me verse 54.
Come on. After verse 54, after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Right.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So you see Adam, who you made Lord over all the creatures, of him come we all, and the people also who thou have chosen. They come from Adam too. How is that? By way of Noah, right? So during the time of Adam, you had the people that came from Adam, and then you had other people. That's not the topic. Here's the point. Everybody comes from Noah, right? Who is a descendant of Adam, because everybody was killed in the flood except for Noah and his family. Everybody understand?
Come on.
All right. We all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. So the Salakia, everybody come from Adam, and the people also, which is another people whom thou hast chosen. Verse 55, go.
Come. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
All this have I spoken thee, O Lord. Now remember what he was asking the angel 2 chapters ago about what his role is, whether he was going. Now he's still going, talking about things that man can't explain. You made Leviathan. You made this. You made the earth on the 6th day. You made the earth bring forth the beast and the cutting, and then you made Adam, and then you did this, and then you did that. Right? All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. Who is the our? The people whom he also chosen. Right? Go ahead to verse 56.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likeness the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel,
and have likened the abundance of them, right? Those people, as a drop that falleth from a vessel. Go ahead to verse 57, meaning like they're just a drop in a bucket. The nations are a drop of a bucket to the Lord. That's in Isaiah, I believe. Go ahead.
Come on. And now, verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens which have been.
Go ahead.
Which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us.
Yeshua, you remember what you was asking? Is Esdras in captivity? Esdras want to know what's going on. Like, how are we going to get out of here? This is what you said he was asking 2 chapters ago in chapter 4, right?
Come.
We're in chapter 6. Listen to what the last 2 verses say. Now these heathens have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Go ahead to verse 58.
Verse 58. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn,
Who
thy
did the Lord call his firstborn? Who did the Lord call his firstborn?
Israel.
Israel. So we thy people, whom thou have called thy firstborn. Keep going.
Thy only begotten.
Thy only begotten. That's a cut to the Christians.
And thy fervent lover. And given are given into their hands.
Now here's the question. Go. 59.
Verse 59. If the world now be for our sakes, why do we not
go ahead?
If the world now be for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
That's one question.
How long shall this endure?
That's another question. You know what this proves, Yeshua?
What other one?
He was asking a whole bunch of questions to that angel in chapter 4 about himself and what was going to happen. And here he is still in chapter 6 asking the same or similar questions. That angel told him in chapter 4, I don't know. The same way you can't break down what's going to happen with the smoke and the fire and the rain and the water and all that. I don't know. The Lord sent me down here to answer that question. So he is still asking more questions in chapter 6.
Come on. Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
From what you since I now been reading this, right? It sounds like he is very frustrated with the captivity, and he's hoping that it would end in his lifetime.
Hey, did he go out, or is that me?
I think it's you, other one.
Go ahead. I can hear you now.
Salaki, sir. My question, from what we've been reading now, this, right? Is it because the reason why he's asking these questions is because he's getting frustrated with this captivity and hoping that it would be like over in his time?
Yeah, like he like, what's going on? Like, I know for sure you did this. I know for sure. He's not questioning the Most High as if he don't have faith in him. He's questioning the Most High like, I know you chose us. I know you gave the world for our sake. I know all the great miracles and wonders you've done. What's going on? Like, why? When this gonna be over with? How long we got to go through this? Yeah, he frustrated. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Ezra is proof of this. That's what's going on here. He trying to find out, are we not asking the same question right now?
Right.
They mess around and put any boat, a Navy, they say the U.S. Navy goes over to such and such. We like, oh, here you go. Let's get it. they like, you know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing for us. We like, boy, this is it right here. The Lord about to come get us up out of this. Get it cracking. We are waiting the World War III for the powers that run this earth to get into it with each other. Because that's what the Bible said it was going to happen. He was going to invite all of them down to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, and they was going to destroy each other. All Christ and the angels got to do is clean up duty.
Right.
That's all. Ezra was asking this when they was in captivity in Babylon. Wasn't it Babylon? Yeah. He was asking this a long time ago. Well, guess what? We got right up out of it, went right back to sinning. We went through it, you know what I'm saying? Ended up under Assyria, got out of that, right back to sinning. We ain't never get it back right after that. All we did was follow the other nations. By the time we get to the Greeks, we can't even call ourselves Israel no more. We can't keep no Sabbath day. We can't get get our children circumcised. It's not even lawful to even call ourselves. That's how much we were oppressed then. The Romans come through and say, we don't care what religion you follow. You better just pay Caesar his money. So we was allowed to start coming back into the land and calling ourselves Jews again. And the ones that was there first didn't want the other ones to come back.
Right.
We've been here. We the real Jews. That's the whole thing that Paul was going through. So this been going on. We never got it together since then. Never. Christ laid down how we get it together. But you got to remember, out of all them 5,000 people he fed with them 3 fish and 5 loaves, all of them wasn't his disciples at the time of his death.
Right.
All of them wasn't his disciples. John seen a dove come out the sky and say, this is my son who I am well pleased. Follow him. Hear ye him. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And still wasn't quite sure. Still wasn't quite sure. There was a lot of things that went into why Israel wasn't back on top. And right now, to be honest with you, if we ain't getting it together, like exactly what it says in Amos when it starts talking about a remnant, the Lord went from saying he's going to save all of Israel to saying only a remnant of y'all is going to help me usher in this kingdom of mine here. The rest of y'all are going to have to be born once the kingdom is established.
Right.
That's how this goes. So the questions you asking about what he's talking about in in chapter 4, is simply him asking the angels about things that he wanted to know about the things of God. Surely the Lord will do nothing unless he tells his prophets first. So he had Isaiah. Ezra's had Isaiah and all of this other stuff, unless they was contemporary. Because there was a lot of them that was contemporary with Ezra. But I know for sure he was a prophet himself. So some of the information he had, but he wanted to know the end of the story. This particular angel in chapter 4 didn't give it to him. He's still asking questions in chapter 6. You get it?
Count out of one count.
Shalaki, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Can this be like a precept to the meat scripture? To like meat scripture when it says, when ye are to be teachers, ye had one that need to teach you again. They help them to
This is a good
understand.
precept to it. Yeah, absolutely. He want to understand the deeper and the real deep things, right, about the Most High, what's going to happen and how it's going to happen and all of this. Everybody want to know all of that. Remember, they was asking Christ, when shall the kingdom come and how it's going to happen and what's going to happen and what's going to be the end times. All of these questions they were still asking in Christ's time. Christ ain't asked the angel. He spoke directly to the Most High, and he gave them the answer. This is what the end going to look like. This is how it's going to happen. This is what's going to happen at the end. Then he revealed it to John in Revelations about the end time. The end time prophecies was not during the time of Evans. Ezekiel got some of them. Isaiah got some of them, but it was vague. Christ elaborated on it. John got some on the island of Patmos. That's how you got your revelations and so on and so forth. Everybody understand? Scripture. Somebody had a question? No? All right, I had a question because I'm live on Beagle Live as well. Somebody asked, hey, Hot Boy, do white people go to heaven? Anybody on the panel, tell me. Do white people go to heaven?
Salagism.
Go ahead, officer.
Yes, they're going to heaven.
Most High Christ. Hot Boy, white people do go to heaven. They're there now. They're there right now. You're talking about the kingdom of God? Yeah, they get to go there too. Let's go. Isaiah chapter 14. Let's get it. Isaiah chapter 14. Let's get it. Let me show him white people in heaven. Show him white people in heaven. It's a good question. Lead me right into my topic. Let me get there real quick. Let me get there real quick. Hey man, let somebody else get some, officer. You acting like this. You acting like your camp leader.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me get some of that then.
Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. Who that is? Who that is? Bakazar? Go right ahead.
Isaiah 14:1.
Isaiah 14:1. This is how we lead up. Now, I don't even know if this brother's still in him, but I was going to go into something like this anyway, so let's do it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
So this
and
is the
set
Lord
them in their
mercy
own
on
land.
Jacob and choosing Israel and putting them back in their own land. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Y'all, there go some strangers, and guess what they doing? Exactly what the Bible said. The only way they gonna get there is if they cleave. What that mean, cleave? It's a different answer if you ask somebody. It's a different answer if you ask somebody that's not in the UPK what it means for them to cleave. What that mean for them to cleave? Shia, go ahead.
Salagi, they're gonna cleave like people in the world are cleaving to America and the American dream.
There it is right there. You know, you got black people now that's getting ready to go vote for Donald Trump. They singing "Proud to Be American." They singing the hell out that national anthem before every football and basketball game. They making millions of dollars. They don't want this thing to fall because they believe they're a part of it. You gave them crumbs. You allowed them to eat good in this place. They want to be a part of America. right? They're cleaving to America. However, the Constitution says that these same people are 3/5 of a man.
Right.
These same people, their rights can be taken away. These same people can be up like P. Diddy one day, and the next day they can be the most evil person in the universe. All it takes is for them to say it on the news. They cleaving to America. Well, guess what? The other nations, they're the only way that they'll be a part of what the Lord happened in his, they'll have to cleave to the people of God. They'll have to say, oh, I'm part of the Israelites, because it's going to be the Israelites' land, it's going to be the Israelites' government, and you just going to be whatever we tell you you're going to be in there. Go ahead to verse 2.
Verse 2.
This is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants.
I know this, the Bible. Good night. Does the Bible talk about slavery? Slavery in the Bible. He's saying this like this is a good thing. Is this a good thing? Read it again, Magazar.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them.
That's a lot to say.
Go ahead.
And that's heavy because
I knew somebody was gonna talk like that.
Salagi?
Nah, go ahead. I was talking about something else.
No, I'm saying that's heavy because when they say the people shall take them, like it's involuntary. Like they don't have a choice. They're coming in.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going willingly, right? Hey, shalom says that people shall take them and bring them to their place. What that mean? Put somebody in their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them. This is talking about people being possessions. People being possessions, right? In the land of the Lord. This is what we call heaven. I know when he asked that question, his version of heaven was a place where little white babies with wings, little naked white babies with wings and bow and arrows is flying around, and gospel music is playing, and everything is white. What we call it heaven is righteous rulership over the earth. Not having to worry about if the government wants to put cyanide in our water, if they're going to cut us completely off from having water like they did Flint, if they're not going to come get us if something like Katrina happens, if we're going to be having to deal with 350,000 abortions for Black and Hispanic women every year. These are things we have to deal with the government we have now. But if we had righteous rulership, like what was promised to us by the Most High, through the prophet Isaiah and Jeremiah and on, right? They're going to take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Keep reading.
And they shall take them captives.
Take them captives? Hold on, they're not going willingly? I thought everybody who called on the name of Jesus get to go willingly, Margazar. That's what it said, right? Read it again. Let me hear it.
And they shall take them captives. Whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And they shall rule over their oppressors. So this is white people in heaven. It ain't heaven for them. Their heaven is now. right? Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of the world that comes after that. The Lord having mercy on Jacob is getting us out of this hell and giving us heaven, giving us rulership. Now, this is what I was going to be talking about earlier on the shop. Why in the world, right? Why in the world people don't understand what's going on in the Bible? I mean, it's like a debate right now about white people going to heaven. Everybody want to say white people. Why y'all ain't trying to say them Hamites over there that Yeshaya got to deal with?
Right.
I'm trying to say them. Oh, y'all don't want to say them because they don't wear deodorant.
Gone.
That's racist. That's racist. Why y'all want to say the Hamite?
Yeah.
Nobody ever talk about saving the Chinaman. Never hear about that. Well, there'll be white people in heaven. Absolutely, there will be white people in heaven. It says it, I believe, in Isaiah chapter 60 and Revelation chapter 21. Go to Revelation chapter 21, you'll see that all the kings of the earth will be coming through those 12 gates that's named by the 12 tribes and bringing all their honor and giving it to the Israelites. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Grab a shovel.
Damn right.
Grab some bricks so you can build up these walls. Right. Yeshaya ain't about to do it. Nashak ain't about to lift a finger. Magazar ain't about to do it. Nothing. Y'all do it. Y'all rebuild the kingdom for us. We about to play Madden. we about to play Madden with real white people until we realize we don't want to see them play football. Here go to play. And if you run, here go to play. Audible. Anyways, y'all got the point. Any other questions in the class? I don't think I see no more on Bigo. I don't think I see no more questions on Bigo. All right, so let me go right into it if y'all ain't got nothing. About 8:18. I got about 30 minutes, right? Let's go to it. Give me Exodus chapter 33. So what happened is you'll see people, they don't understand the Bible, and then when you start reading stuff like that second Esdras that we just read, where Esdras was separating what the Israelites was going into and saying, how long is this going to last? These people that you said were nothing are ruling over us. They become lords over us. How long is this going to last? Esdras was in his right mind. He was sick of the Lord's people going through it. Here's what my question is. Blacks and Hispanics and First Nations / indigenous people in America sick of us going through it. Everywhere you turn, it just seems like we just want to be a part of what we said, cleaving to America, like the brother just said. Seems like we're cleaving to America. Do y'all want to see Babylon fall, or you want to keep enjoying the greatness, you know what I'm saying, that America is and it provides? I tell y'all this every week. The trap's still open.
Right.
The dope is great. The women are fine because they got them fake booties and fake titties and all this other stuff. If you want to be a part of the world, go and have fun and enjoy that. But there are some people on this thing that have been separated, called to be holy, called to be different. That's what we're looking for. There are many groups you can join and many people that can walk around and say that they want to serve the Most High by themselves. We got a specific job right here in the UPK. We got a specific job. First thing, we got to understand, why do we teach? That's what they say. Why do we teach separatism? Y'all ever heard somebody say that?
Come out of one, come.
All right. Give me Exodus 33 and 16 real quick. Somebody else, Mike Azar. Somebody else. Kwame Hadar, you there? You can read?
It's lucky, sir.
Yep.
Trooper Kayal.
Go ahead, Kayal. Go ahead. Yeah, real quick. Y'all, I'm going to ask for these real quick.
Exodus 33, verse 16. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight?
But the Lord will yet choose Israel, have mercy on Salakia. But the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel, right? This right here is one of the times where you can see the Lord having mercy. But this was us coming out of Egypt, right? Us coming out of Egypt and him establishing a government through the the Levites and the Levitical priesthood. It says, but I have said unto you, you shall inherit the land. That means the Most High told his people that we would get our own land. And I will give it oh, go ahead.
Khan.
Salaki, my bad. We at Exodus. This is before Leviticus. My bad. Exodus 33 and 16. Read it again. My bad. I got ahead of myself.
Khan, sir. Exodus 33, verse 16 from the top.
Let me read it because I know you already read it. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight? The I is the person speaking. Thy people is the people he's speaking to, right? So Moses they coming out of Egypt. Moses is speaking to the people by way of Aaron. Remember that we all talked about this. You ain't gonna get the voice of God but through a nigga. You can't get around a nigga because the Lord used niggas. That's how you get his word. He ain't talking to you in no burning bush. He ain't coming to you out of no cloud. You got to hear it from a man. Right now, they got to hear it from Aaron, who got to hear it from Moses, who heard it from the Lord. He spoke with the Lord face to face. For in where it shall be known, here I and thy people have found grace in thy sight. Here is the question. Keep reading.
Khan, Exodus 33, verse 16 in the middle. Is it not
from that spot? Yeah, go.
Is it not in that thou goeth with us? So shall we be separated.
Is it not in that thou goest with us? How shall it be known to the people that we found grace? It's because the Lord is with us. What we doing, like you got to remember in Deuteronomy chapter 7, he moved 7 nations greater and mightier than us out the way to give us the land. He moved 7 nations mightier and greater than the Israelites out the way to give them the land, and gave them instructions to not even have babies with these people, to not do anything. Hey, shalom to everybody who came in the room. If you got any questions, this is a live class on YouTube. I just decided to do it on Bigo too. So I and thy people is it not that thou goest with us? Read that last part right there. It's Exodus 33 and 16, that last part.
Khan, Exodus 33, verse 16 in the middle. Is it not in that thou goeth with us? So shall we be separated, I and thy people, from all the people that are up on the face of the earth.
So now, how you going to be able to tell, right, that it should be known that I and thy people have found grace with the Lord? Is because he goes with us, right? So shall we be separated, I and thy people, from all the people that are upon the face of the earth. Now, if this is in the Bible, why we got to have conversations about everybody coming together? The grace that the Most High gave us is so everybody else can see that he was with us, that he separated us. He made a distinction between the Israelite and the Egyptian. That's not us doing that. This is in the Bible. I and thy people, so shall we be separated. I and thy people from all the people that are upon the face of the earth. This is in the Bible. You want to talk about separatism? You want to talk about racism? You want to talk about all this? Well, why don't you talk to God about that? Give me Leviticus 20 and 24 real quick. Leviticus 20 and 24.
Leviticus.
Somebody
20.
else give me Jeremiah 10 and 2. Real quick. Come on, y'all. Double time.
20 verse 24.
Let somebody else read. Let somebody else read it. It's a bunch of people in here. Can't even get them all on the stage. Who ain't know? It's a young man down there. Hey, go ahead. Whoever got it, come on with it. Running out of time.
Leviticus 20, verse 24. But I have said unto you.
How the brother I said don't read it, end up reading it. Go ahead, Kyle. Boy, say if y'all don't want to do it, I'll do it.
Ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it.
That's racist. That's racist right there. Why is the Lord going to give us his land? I mean, give us their land. Why is the Lord going to take these people's land and give it to somebody else? That's messed up. Why would God do something like that? But I say unto you, you shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you. Keep reading.
Wakan, sir, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, which have separated you from the other people.
Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? You shall inherit this land that I will give unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. Rama, you can hear it real good on the YouTube if you was in there. Salakia. I am the Lord your God, which have separated you from other people. Is this not God saying he the one that separated people? Why they acting like we doing it? Not only did he separate us, he ain't want us to be like them. Give me Jeremiah 10 and 2 real quick.
God.
Salakia.
Book.
I know what to do. Yeah, give me Jeremiah. All right, go ahead, the one y'all.
God. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 10,
Most
10 verse 2.
Most High Christ. Go ahead,
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Learn not the way of the heathen, neither be dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So he not only did he separate us, but he told us don't be like them. Don't learn their ways. Don't do what they doing. Don't be looking up at the sky trying to be like them. Why is we all supposed to be together when the Bible don't talk about that? Give me a Leviticus 18 and 3. We're gonna run through these real quick. Got to make a point.
Khan.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do? And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do? Neither shall ye walk in their ordinance.
So now we was in Egypt. We was in Egypt. Is that better, Rama? We was in Egypt for a long time, building families, doing all this stuff. The Lord said, after the doings of that land, once we got us up out of there, don't do what they doing. He the one brought you up out of there. Abraham came from the land of Canaan. That's our forefather. The Lord told him to leave. The Lord told him to leave his father and them guys that he had. Right? You shall not do what they doing. So now not only is the Lord separating us physically, but he's telling us to separate our spirit from these places. Don't be like them. Don't be looking at the sides of heaven. Don't have all the gods the Egyptians got. Don't deal with them Canaanite gods like that. Why? Why don't he want you to do it? Give me Isaiah chapter 30. Verse 1. Why don't he want you to do it? That's for anybody. Anybody can answer that.
Lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
Because the Most High wanted us to be separate from the other nations.
Right, but why don't he want us to deal with the other nations? Or don't be like the other nations? Why? Go ahead.
It'll stop us from serving him.
How would it stop us? Why would it stop us from serving them?
Because we'll start worshiping their gods instead of
There you go, right there. There you go, right there. You're not gonna give credit where credit is due. You're gonna give it to who the other nations would give it to. You're not gonna serve the God of heaven and earth. I can show you in the New Testament where they healed a man and they start calling Paul Mercury and Barnabas Mars or something like that, which are gods. I know y'all don't know this, but the all of the planets are named after Greek gods. Venus. I know y'all know about Venus, not Venus and Serena. Venus, Mercury. Look them all up. They're all Greek gods, right? Uranus. You're going to serve them. You're going to serve the gods of Egypt. You're not going to serve them. And guess what? You just like they cleaving to America, the Israelites wanted to cleave to Egypt. This is what the Lord told them in Isaiah about doing that. You want to look at all the great, wonderful things America have, and you want to cleave to them instead of cleaving to the Most High. That's the problem. You know, you might have to lose something. Isupk heard me say this a million times, man. It's going to be the Lord going to bring all of us out of America, and we might be in the wilderness. And in the same way, the same Israelites that was saying, Moses brought us out here to die. At least in Egypt, we had flesh pots. In Egypt, they're going to be out there in the wilderness saying, at least in America, I had food stamps. We had free lunch. What? What I wouldn't pay to get a nice steak with some of them food stamps. Now we out here, you know, brought us out here to die.
Right.
When the Lord trying to save your entire nation, and you're gonna have to lose something, and you're gonna have to sacrifice something. You want to keep holding on to it, you're gonna be just like Lot's wife. Keep holding on and cleaving to America while the Lord is trying to destroy it. You're going to be just like Lot's wife, looking back when you should be trying to get the hell up out of there. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Still looking back, still cleaving to America when you're supposed to be getting the hell up out of there. You ain't got time to be looking back.
Salakia, sir.
You're going to be like, damn, I left my purse. Damn, I left my man. You better get on. Go ahead, out.
Salakia, I have a quick question. Did Lot's wife, did she get destroyed with Sodom?
She got left right there. Let the Jewish man tell her she's still right there. They got a pile of rocks over there. They call it Lot's wife. Wait. No, a pile of salt. My bad. What she got turned into? A pile of salt.
Salakia, sir.
You go to Israel right now and ask them where's the Sodom and Gomorrah, and they got a little pile of salt right there. They talking about that's Lot's wife. Go ahead, you try it.
No, I just wanted to say a pillar of salt. Yeah, cancel.
A pillar of salt. Yeah. Anyways, who got that scripture? Isaiah 30 and 1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
Destruction to the hard-headed children, saith the Lord. Destruction to you hard-headed, rebellious children, saith the Lord. Go ahead.
Khan, that take counsel, but not of me.
Everybody want to get counsel from somebody, but they don't want to hear the words of the Lord. You know why? The words of the Lord might tell you that something you love to do, you can't do it. The words of the Lord might tell you that something you love to participate in, you can't participate in it. They want to take counsel, right? But they want to hear, somebody give me the one, prophesy not to us truths. Somebody give me that. They say to the seers, prophesy not to us truth. The Lord is saying, woe or destruction to you rebellious children that take counsel, but not of me. What I mean to not take counsel, but not of me. Y'all think about that for a second. Keep reading.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. That they may add sin to sin.
That's what I'm talking about. Somebody did something to you, now you're going to go do it back to them, right? Right? No, that ain't in here, right? Look, come on, it's the same. It's the same. We already in Isaiah 30. That what I just quoted is in the same chapter. We sign Christ. We ain't got to move. It says that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Instead of making it better, you're making it worse. You already out of order, but then now you're going and getting bad counsel, which making it worse. Now you're trying to cover up the things that you're doing that resemble the other nations. Your covering ain't the Most High. Now you're just adding more and more things to what you're doing wrong. Go ahead.
So, like I said, that covering, can we use the fig leaves in the garden as that covering?
Absolutely. I would definitely use it. The fig leaves. They cover with a covering, but it ain't the Lord's spirit. It ain't him. It ain't something he sent. We got to cover him with the Most High. You don't really need to add nothing to it. This is what they doing. They cleaving to another nation. Go to verse 2. You'll see it. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Y'all see that, right? He walked down into Egypt and have not asked of the Most High's mouth. Why they got so much trust in Egypt? Anybody know?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Because Egypt was a mighty country at the time, and Egypt was providing them with food. They always had food and, whatever they needed, right, even though they were under that oppression, but their stomach could be filled.
Yeah. You rather eat slop than have cattle. You rather eat slop that Egypt is giving you than to have your own cattle, than to have your own land to produce fruit and vegetables that the Lord can give you. You would rather eat the slop that America is giving you.
Slide, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing like the officer, but I was gonna say America is Egypt over again, because the same way they put their trust in America, that's the same way they put their trust in Egypt too.
Right. It's the same thing happening all over again. This is the reason why I'm using these scriptures, right? When we were coming out of Egypt and the Lord was trying to save a nation and they wanted to go back. I'm doing that now because he's going to save a nation and we're going to be just like them. But this is what's going to happen if you tie yourself in with the nation that he's trying to destroy. Read verse 3.
Khan. Verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah. Now you don't know what to do. Now you don't know what to do when you watch the largest superpower, the strongest army in the world drown in front of your face. You was just scared for your life. Now they all dead. You seen the Lord unalive these people in front of you for your sake. Now you're confused because you didn't trust in the Most High. You trusted in Egypt. Go to verse 30, chapter 31, verse 1, and then we'll come back to verse 30.
Khan, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1. Woe unto them that go down, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help.
Keep going.
And stay, and stay on horses, and trust the chariots, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong.
So now this is what he's talking about in Isaiah, right? You're looking at America right now. America is the superpower. Look at this new Navy submarine they got. Look at these new planes, stealth planes. Look at these whatever they got, whatever it is, the bombs that they got that they can shoot from a remote place all the way to another country and pinpoint it. Look at this. How can that be stopped? This is how people think. They don't understand. There's only one way. There's only one way that the Israelites can get past the most strongest army in the world. He's saying destruction to these people that went to Egypt for help, because Egypt got all these tanks, because they got these planes and these bombs. You trusting in them because there's so many of them. And then horsemen. Yeah, the men of God talking to you about what's about to happen in the earth, and you think it ain't even real. There's only one way that we gonna get out of this hell we in. It ain't by cleaving into America. Y'all know that, right? The brother says something supernatural. I use the term divine intervention. Y'all ever heard that? Divine intervention. What does that mean? That means what God intervenes. God comes in and he say, hold up. This is how I want it to go. Ezra was praying for it. How long is these people that you said was nothing going to be allowed to rule over us? How long? We know you made the world for our sake. We know we the people you chose. How long is going to happen? We already know because of the prophets that it's going to come to an end. But just think, if they coming out of Egypt, right, and they trusting in all the stuff that they had in Egypt, because they are strong is what it says. Here's what the Lord said at the end of that. Go ahead and read the end of that.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
This is our problem. You know why every time we have a conversation about salvation and Lord saving niggas, spicks, savage red men, saving the people that nobody loves, when we start talking about loving those people and building up a community with those people and building up a family with those people, why they always bring up your oppressor? It's because they fear him. They look unto
Right.
him for help. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, and neither seek the Lord. That's our problem. You think your oppressor gonna save you. We read the scriptures where it's telling you that the Lord separated you from everybody on the planet Earth. Now, did I make that up, or is that in the Bible? Why would he separate you? For you to just go back and get along and be a part of them. He separated you so he could give you those things promised to your forefathers. Well, if that's the case, what's the point of the other nations? Why are they here? Anybody want to tell me? Why did he just destroy them off the face of the earth?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Well, they're here to serve us.
They are. That's what Ezra was talking about. But in the meantime, what is their job? Remember, he said, you are of your father, the devil, right? He was speaking that these people have a spirit on them, even Israelites, because all Israel ain't Israel. What is the job of the other nations?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Is it to use them as a whipping stick?
That's part of it. Give me Judges chapter 3.
Let's
go back to the Judges. Let's go Judges chapter 3. Start at verse 1. I'm going to skip down because I got a few minutes, all right? The Lord separated us, and all we trying to do is cling on and hold on to the other nations. He separated us for a purpose.
I got it.
How the hell are you going to be a light to the Gentiles when you hanging out with the Gentiles at night? They always talk about being a light to the Gentiles. How you going to be a light to them when you are them? You serving their God. You believe like they believe. You trusting in the things they trust in. How you gonna be a light to somebody and you clinging unto them? We clearly read in Isaiah where they supposed to cling unto you just to get in there, just to get a job, just to come in and drop off. They got to come through your gates to drop off all of their stuff to say, hey, here I am. Here's everything I ever owned. What can I do? Grab a shovel. Ain't no riding lawnmowers over there in the shock spot. Niggas ain't got no riding lawnmowers over there. Salagia, go ahead. Judges chapter 3, whoever got it.
Khan. This is the book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them.
To do what?
To prove Israel by them.
That's the other part of it. They were created to serve us, right? They was created, and he is using them as a whipping stick. But the nations that are around us, they're doing the job of Satan. Their job is to tempt you. Their job is to prove to the Most High whether you're going to stand like Job, even if you don't got nothing, even if you lose everything, or you're going to fall. Is whether you're going to stick with the Most High and trust in him, or whether you're going to trust in Egypt, trust in Babylon, trust in America. Their job is to prove you. It has been going on since the Judges. Now, these are the nations which the Most High left to prove Israel by them, to prove them. Drop down real quick. Let's see who these nations are, right? Let me see where it's at.
Verse 5.
Yeah, let's go there.
Khan. Verse 5. And the children of Israel dwell among.
Hold on. No. Verse 4. Go to verse 4. Salakia.
Khan. Verse 4. and they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hands of Moses.
Y'all see that? That's their job right now. Your oppressor who you love so much, he is only here on the earth to serve you. And in the meantime, while the Lord is using him as a whipping stick, he wants to see if you love your oppressor or you love the Most High. Remember what Isaiah chapter 14, we read it already. We already read it. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, set them in their land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Israel like niggas want to cleave to America right now. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them, possess them. One more time for the Holy Ghost. Possess them in the land of the Lord. Yeshaya done heard that one before. Yeshaya done been to church before. In the house of the Lord. For servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now, this is what he spoke through the prophet Isaiah, right? Why in the world, if he spoke that they're going to rule over their oppressors in Isaiah, is people trying to be like their oppressors who going to be getting ruled over in the kingdom? Wouldn't you want to be something better? Remember, I and thy people shall be separated of all the people that are on the face of the earth. Remember we read that? Remember, it's the Lord that separated us from everybody else. We read that. He only put these people around. Learn not the way of the heathen. We read that. Separate yourself. We read that. You go to Revelations, which I don't think I got time right now because it's 8:53, but it say, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her plague. We reading all this stuff, but yet people still want to join themselves with the oppressor. They still want to cleave to America. They still want to cleave to Egypt. They still want to cleave to Babylon. What the hell wrong with y'all? What the hell wrong with y'all? Somebody give me Deuteronomy 7:6 real quick. Somebody give me Deuteronomy chapter 6. We're going to read them too. I read them every week. We was going to camp this week. I'll be reading this. It's the only thing I want to read. Quickly, Akim. Quickly.
Deuteronomy 7:6. Like it, sir.
Go right ahead.
Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all.
What you say?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Y'all see that, right? The Lord chose you to be above all people on the face of the earth, and you just want to hang out with them? You just want to chill with them? Let me see, look, come Exodus 23 and 22. Exodus 23 and 22. Somebody get Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Deuteronomy 4 and 5.
Deuteronomy 4, verse 5.
1 second. Exodus 23 and 32. Let me see what that says. Somebody give me that real quick. Exodus 23 and 22.
Book of Exodus.
22. Go ahead.
Book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's a good one, look, huh? I will be an enemy to your enemies. The Lord trying to be an enemy to your enemies, and you trying to be a friend to your enemies. Good night. Let me get this last one before they kick me up out of here. Deuteronomy chapter 4.
Deuteronomy 4, verse 5.
You gotta read it. You gotta read it fast, y'all.
Sir. Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land, whether ye go to possess it.
Keep going.
Keep going,
Keep
sir.
going.
Yep. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So the Lord then gave you something where the other people can look at you if you keep reading this, and he'll say to you, what kind of people this is that treat each other like this, that got laws that govern themselves. Mean they don't sleep with each other's wives, they don't steal from each other, they don't unalive each other, they don't do none of that. What kind of people is this that have a God that'll move 7 nations greater and mightier than them out the way? What kind of people that do that they can let their land breathe for a whole year every 7 years? And it just continues to produce. This is the children of Israel. The Lord wanted you to be a light into the other nations, not to be joining the other nations. You're supposed to have wisdom and understanding that they don't understand because it ain't they damn God. They don't have the laws. They didn't get the land. They didn't have the covenant, but you want to be a part of them. It's the problem, y'all. The Lord done separated you from them. All right? With that, I'm going to pass the class over to Nishak. You can keep it going or you could just end it. All right? I got to get out of here.
Come. Men of Israel, we're going to set up a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majim, which means to stand. Majim Shabbat. Majim. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
I'm out. Come, sir. Sisters can stand. We're going to set up a courtesy salute to the sisters in the class. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. Majim. Barak. Yahweh. Yajimatah. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to speak to the head, to speak to a brother or sister. They're to get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest bond, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, Feast of First Fruit, it'd be sundown June 17th. You can read about that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. If anyone wants to become a trooper, they're to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf while in class. And with that, class dismissed.
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Shalom.